So I was just reflecting on everything that happened in 2024 and it got me thinking. Some of the hardest things that I achieved were things that I never thought I'd be capable of just a few years ago. Looking back now, I noticed that I picked up some tips and tricks along the way that helped me make those challenges a little bit easier. So I just want to share this with you and hopefully this will help you achieve your goals in 2025. But before we get into it, why do we want to do hard things? In life, we often come across different decisions that we need to make. And no matter what we pick, each path comes with its own challenges. Take getting up early for example. At first, it seems like the harder choice compared to staying in bed a little longer. The same goes for going to the gym versus spending the day on the couch. But when you look at it on a deeper level, those consequences of the easier choices start to add up. I know sleeping in feels good in the moment, but it could potentially cause you to be late to work, which affects your performances. In worst case, losing your job. And skipping exercise might be the easy option today, but over time, your body will start to deteriorate, making even everyday tasks harder and harder to do. So, how to make those hard things easier to tackle? The first and probably the most important thing is you need to change your mindset. More specifically, you need to adopt a growth mindset. Having a growth mindset is when you believe that your skills and abilities can be developed through learning, effort, and practice. This allows you to overcome challenges and achieve goals you once never thought of being able to do. Just finished my first run of the year, which was only 3K. The last time that I ran was like in August, so 5 months ago. I just wanted to start it off slowly because I haven't been running for so long. And I think it's a good start. It also helps when you have friends running with you because you have that accountability to keep you motivated. It's really tough, but you just gotta push it. You just need to tell yourself that you are able to do it, and yeah. When I was in my 20s, I used to say that I'm not a runner because I would always use my bad knees as an excuse. But then the pandemic hits and suddenly the only activity left is running. So I gave it a try. Slowly, I started to enjoy it a bit more. But when life returned to normal, my motivation started to fade away slowly. But there was always a part of me that really wanted me to do this again, to feel the joy of running again. So last year, I decided to challenge myself and signed up a 14K run, which is the city deserve. I've never done anything like that in my life ever before, but I knew I can do it even if it means going at the slowest pace. And a few months later, I was proud to say that I finished the longest run I've ever done in my life. It's crazy how one shift to your mindset can open up so many doors. Flipping a switch, everything starts to connect and everything starts to fall in place naturally. But having the right mindset just isn't enough. You still need to put in the work. Instead of setting a massive, ambitious goal, just start small and build it up gradually. That's exactly what I did with my running. I started off with a 3K run just to ease myself back into it. If I had to dive straight into a marathon, I'll probably injure myself, and worse, I'll get so demotivated that I would never try running again. This idea ties into something called the HOYA. To improve at anything, you need to work just slightly outside your comfort zone to achieve optimal performance. If a task is too easy, you'll eventually lose interest and disengage. If it's too hard, it can cause too much stress, making you more likely to give up entirely. So the key is you want to find that sweet spot where it's challenging enough to push you forward, but not so overwhelming that it can hold you back. Today we're at Blockhouse, a climbing gym in Sydney. I've been trying to tackle this problem, but I kept failing. And all of a sudden, this quote just hit me. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you're gonna get the same results. So I tried doing this again with a different method, and as soon as I did that, I was able to complete that instantly. Nice. Another great trick that I've learned is the 2-day rule. I first heard about it from the popular YouTube creator Matt. The rule is very simple. Never skip a habit for more than 1 day in a row. For example, if you miss going to the gym today, make sure you get back into it tomorrow. This approach is brilliant because when you're doing something challenging, it's easy to feel burnout if you're constantly pushing yourself to the limit. The 2-day rule gives you a much breathing room, allows you to recover and reset for the next day. But despite all the things that I just said, the most important thing is you just need to start. As you keep doing it over and over again, you learn to improve your skills in the working process. And that's the easiest way to do hard things, because eventually the once thought to be a challenge has now become your everyday task.